What's happening in the world of AI and tech? Get ready for a rapid-fire update. We're diving deep into the latest buzz, from the biggest names in AI sounding the alarm on market bubbles, to groundbreaking moves in hardware and critical discussions about AI's impact on our minds. Plus, stay tuned for some surprising partnerships that could reshape the industry. You won't want to miss this. Let's get started. First up, we've got OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, dropping some serious insights. Is the AI gold rush turning into a bubble? Altman is comparing the current market frenzy to the dot-com era, and his warnings are making waves. We'll break down what that means for the future of AI investment. Next, we're exploring the critical intersection of AI and mental well-being. How are AI models being designed to detect and respond to user mental fragility? We'll dive into the ethical considerations and the delicate balance of AI acting as a guide without overstepping boundaries. And finally, a massive strategic investment is shaking up the semiconductor world as Intel secures a multi-billion-dollar lifeline from SoftBank. Plus, we'll touch on the surprising manufacturing deal for data center equipment. Stick around for all the details and make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our essential tech breakdowns. AI investment bubble fears mount as Sam Altman sounds alarm. Is the red-hot artificial intelligence sector showing signs of overheating? OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, a key figure in the current AI revolution, has issued a stark warning, suggesting that the market enthusiasm for AI might be entering a bubble phase. Drawing parallels to the speculative frenzy of the late 1990s dot-com boom, Altman expressed his concerns about investor overexcitement, even as he reaffirms his belief in AI's transformative potential. When bubbles happen, smart people get overexcited about a kernel of truth, Altman stated, according to The Verge. Are we in a phase where investors as a whole are overexcited about AI? My opinion is yes. Is AI the most important thing to happen in a very long time? My opinion is also yes. These remarks place Altman in the company of other prominent investors like Alibaba co-founder Joe Tsai, Bridgewater Associates' Ray Dalio, and Apollo Global Management's Torsten Slok, who have all voiced similar cautions about rapidly escalating valuations. Slok, in particular, noted last month that the current AI surge might dwarf the internet bubble, with major S&P 500 companies exhibiting even greater inflation than during the dot-com peak. However, not all industry observers share the same level of concern. Ray Wang of Futurum Group distinguishes between broader AI and semiconductor investments, stating, "From the perspective of broader investment in AI and semiconductors, I don't see it as a bubble." Wang points to the continued strength in supply chains, while acknowledging that speculative capital is indeed flowing into less robust companies. The debate over market heat has been amplified by developments like the Chinese startup DeepSeek, which claims to have trained a powerful reasoning model for a fraction of the cost incurred by industry giants like OpenAI, highlighting a potential shift in the cost dynamics of AI development. OpenAI itself is reportedly in the midst of a significant stock sale, aiming to raise approximately $6 billion at a valuation nearing $500 billion, following a substantial $40 billion funding round earlier this year. Despite generating an impressive estimated $20 billion in annual recurring revenue, Altman has candidly admitted that the company is not yet profitable. Recent user feedback on OpenAI's GPT-5 model has been mixed, with some finding it less intuitive than its predecessor, prompting the company to reinstate GPT-4 access for paying customers. Altman has also begun recalibrating expectations around artificial general intelligence, suggesting the term itself is losing relevance. Beyond its core AI software, OpenAI is actively pursuing ambitious projects in consumer hardware, brain-computer interfaces, and even social media. Altman hinted at the company's potential need for trillions in data center investment and even expressed a speculative interest in acquiring Google's Chrome browser should regulatory pressures force a divestiture. When questioned about his tenure as CEO, Altman offered a characteristically forward-looking quip. "I mean, maybe an AI is in 3 years. That's a long time." Hold onto your hats, because the AI investment landscape is more dynamic than we thought. Next up, we're diving into how AI itself is being programmed to understand and navigate the complexities of human mental states. Sam Altman warns of AI bubble amidst soaring market investment. OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, has issued a significant warning regarding the current state of artificial intelligence investment, suggesting that the sector is exhibiting characteristics of a bubble. In a recent interview, Altman drew parallels between today's AI frenzy and the dot-com crash of the early 2000s, cautioning that investors may be rushing into the market with inflated valuations that could prove unsustainable. When bubbles happen, smart people get overexcited about a kernel of truth, Altman remarked, indicating that while AI represents a fundamentally important technological advancement, the current market sentiment might be experiencing an overcorrection. His comments align with concerns previously raised by prominent figures in the financial world, including Joe Tsai of Alibaba, Ray Dalio of Bridgewater Associates, and Torsten Slok, chief economist at Apollo Global Management. These experts have collectively warned that AI valuations are escalating at an alarming pace, with Slok suggesting that the current AI surge could be even more pronounced than the internet bubble, leading to higher inflation in leading S&P 500 firms compared to the 1990s. Despite these cautionary notes, some analysts maintain a more optimistic outlook. Ray Wang of Futurum Group, for instance, differentiates between the broader AI and semiconductor markets, stating, "I don't see it as a bubble for the underlying fundamentals," although he acknowledges the influx of speculative capital into weaker companies. The rapid pace of innovation and investment is underscored by the emergence of startups like DeepSeek, which claims to have developed a powerful reasoning model at a significantly lower cost than industry leaders, challenging the established spending paradigms. OpenAI itself is reportedly planning a $6 billion stock sale that would value the company at approximately $500 billion, a testament to the immense investor interest, even as Altman acknowledges the company is not yet profitable despite its projected $20 billion in annual recurring revenue. Altman also shared his ambitious vision for OpenAI's future, predicting that ChatGPT will soon engage billions of users daily, potentially surpassing Google in website traffic. However, he also admitted the formidable challenge of achieving this goal. Beyond its current offerings, OpenAI is actively exploring cutting-edge technologies such as brain-computer interfaces, positioning itself in a similar innovative space as companies like Neuralink. Altman's candid reflections highlight the complex interplay between groundbreaking technological potential and the speculative forces driving market valuations, emphasizing the fine line between genuine innovation and potential overvaluation. In a moment of introspection about his own role, Altman humorously suggested that an AI might eventually take over his CEO position within 3 years, acknowledging the long-term perspective required in this rapidly evolving field. These warnings from AI's leading voice are crucial. But what happens when AI starts looking inward? We're next exploring how AI is being developed to detect mental fragility in its users, a fascinating and ethically complex frontier. AI tackles mental fragility, a double-edged sword. The rapid proliferation of generative AI and large language models, LLMs, has brought about a new frontier: the potential for AI to detect and respond to user mental fragility. This is a growing societal concern, as billions are now interacting with AI daily, and a segment of these users may become excessively reliant on AI as a life advisor. This column delves into the systematic ways AI is being developed to identify users who might be susceptible to such fixation, a move that aligns with goals like Sam Altman's to prevent the exploitation of vulnerable minds. The widespread adoption of AI for mental health guidance is fueled by its accessibility. Platforms like ChatGPT boast over 700 million weekly active users, and when combined with other major AI services, the user base numbers in the billions. For many, AI offers a convenient, 24/7 alternative to traditional therapy, often at a much lower cost or even for free. However, this accessibility also introduces significant risks. The challenge for AI lies in accurately discerning genuine mental fragility from casual conversation or jest. AI developers must navigate the complex landscape of false positives, incorrectly flagging a user as fragile, and false negatives, failing to identify a user who genuinely needs support. A single comment suggestive of distress, like "no one understands me," could be misinterpreted if taken out of context. True detection, therefore, relies on identifying persistent patterns in language and behavior over multiple interactions. Key indicators AI might analyze include linguistic markers of despair or dependence, consistent behavioral patterns across conversations, expressions of strong relational dynamics where the user views the AI as a human-like companion, heightened emotional intensity in interactions, and crucially, safety signals indicating potential self-harm or harm to others. The debate intensifies around whether AI should even engage in such assessments, with some arguing it oversteps ethical boundaries and should be left solely to credentialed mental health professionals. Emerging regulations, like those in Illinois, are already beginning to restrict AI's role in mental health therapy. Yet, the reality is that AI is already being used in this capacity by millions. Proponents argue that responsible AI detection of mental fragility, even if imperfect, is better than no intervention at all, potentially guiding users towards seeking human help. Critics, however, fear AI could exacerbate mental health issues or create unhealthy dependencies. The path forward involves a careful balance, acknowledging AI's potential benefits while mitigating its risks through ethical development and clear regulatory frameworks. As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, its role in understanding and supporting human mental well-being remains a critical and evolving area of focus. Understanding how AI interacts with our minds is vital. But what about the physical infrastructure powering these advancements? We're heading into the world of massive hardware deals next. Intel secures $2 billion lifeline from SoftBank in strategic chip deal. In a significant move for the semiconductor industry, Intel has announced a strategic investment of $2 billion from Japanese tech giant SoftBank. This infusion of capital will see SoftBank acquire a nearly 2% stake in Intel, positioning it as the chip maker's sixth-largest shareholder. The deal represents a much-needed boost for Intel, which has faced considerable challenges in recent years, falling behind rivals like TSMC and Samsung in the advanced manufacturing of semiconductors essential for powering AI models and other cutting-edge technologies. This investment is particularly noteworthy given OpenAI CEO Sam Altman's recent warnings about a potential bubble in the AI market. While Altman believes AI is the most important technological development in a long time, he also expressed concern that investors might be overexcited, drawing parallels to the dot-com era. His cautious outlook raises questions about the long-term viability of investments in the AI ecosystem, including hardware manufacturers like Intel. Not everyone, however, shares Altman's level of concern. Analysts like Dan Ives from Wedbush acknowledge some froth in the market, but maintain that the overall impact of AI is being underestimated in the medium to long term. Ray Wang, a research director at Futurum Group, also differentiates between various segments of the AI industry, suggesting that market leaders remain strong despite potential speculation in other areas. The investment from SoftBank, led by its visionary CEO Masayoshi Son, underscores a continued belief in the foundational importance of semiconductor technology, even amidst market volatility. SoftBank's strategic move also involves a broader initiative to manufacture data center equipment in Ohio, acquiring Foxconn's Lordstown facility for $375 million as part of what is being referred to as the ambitious Stargate project. This expansion into hardware manufacturing for data centers signals SoftBank's commitment to building out the critical infrastructure required to support the burgeoning AI revolution. While Altman's cautionary words about AI valuations may give some investors pause, the substantial investment in Intel by SoftBank, coupled with the ambitious data center hardware plans, indicates a strong underlying confidence in the long-term growth trajectory of the AI and technology sectors. The market will be watching closely to see how these strategic moves play out against the backdrop of evolving AI capabilities and investor sentiment. These massive hardware plays are shaping the future. Now, Let's wrap up with a quick recap of all our top stories and your final call to action. And that's a wrap on today's Essential Tech Updates. We heard Sam Altman's stark warnings about a potential AI investment bubble, echoing dot-com-era concerns. We explored the fascinating and complex ways AI is being developed to detect mental fragility in users. We saw Intel secure a massive $2 billion lifeline from SoftBank, a crucial strategic investment for the chip giant. And we touched on SoftBank's ambitious plans to manufacture data center equipment. If you found this breakdown valuable, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to ChatGPT Insights for more deep dives, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Follow us on social media for more real-time tech news and analysis. Thanks for watching.